Right now, Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, is joining us right now. So Democrats retain control of the Senate. Will Senators Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema remain potential spoilers for their party, as we've been seeing over the past year?
When it comes to that, Adrienne, I think everybody's mind will be on Georgia on December the 6th. Because if Democrats win that seat, they're at 51 seats. Obviously, that would give them a little bit more of a buffer. Senators Manchin and Sinema have tended to walk to the beat of their own drum for the first 2 years of the Biden presidency. If Democrats get up to 51, then obviously they can afford to lose one of those two other somewhat mavericky senators. So that'll be very important.
That is important. You just released a new column for the 5 lessons we've learned from the midterm exit polls. One of them, voters were mixed when it came to President Biden. The exit poll suggesting 67% of all voters do not want President Biden to seek a second term, while re-electing senators with his same agenda. Do you see Democrats changing up their messaging at all as the party looks ahead to 2024?
It's difficult, really, for them to change their messaging overly much because the idea of getting anything very much done now is limited or constrained by virtue of the likely, though not certain, Republican majority in the House. Now, Democrats, I think, feel that they have the wind in their sails because the results on Tuesday were much better than they anticipated. The question of President Biden's future is a little bit different. Those statistics that you mentioned include a good number of Democrats who don't believe he should run or don't wish him to run for a second term. So that question is still out there despite the results last week.
Now, voters agree that democracy is threatened. That's something that President Biden spoke about quite a bit, fighting for the soul of America. But American voters, they can't come to the same conclusion as to why democracy is threatened. Can you explain?
I can, yeah. That's a really interesting finding from those exit polls. There were a very large number of people who agreed that it was under threat. But if you look how they voted, they split almost 50-50 between Republicans and Democrats. So that clearly speaks to a completely different interpretation. Democratic voters believing the threat comes from election denialism, conspiracy theories, and frankly, former President Trump. Republican voters more concerned about what they would term election security, believing that their votes may not be correctly counted and things of that nature. We do have to say the evidence for that is rather scant, but it is clearly a concern.
And abortion, surprisingly to some, played a much bigger role than some of the early polling suggested, though there was word that it was the second most important item on the voters' agenda, especially with our Decision Desk HQ polling. But it was really a very, very crucial, and in a sense, decision maker for voters.
It was, absolutely. And that's a great point, Adrienne, because so much of the post-election discussion has focused on former President Trump for good or for bad. And abortion was clearly a massive issue in these midterms, only slightly behind the economy and inflation, not marginalized at all. And if you look at one specific example in Michigan, voters there had actually a separate ballot initiative on abortion to vote on. That upped the number of people motivated by that issue and clearly played a very central role in Governor Gretchen Whitmer's re-election by a wide margin. Governor Whitmer was a Democrat who Republicans thought was vulnerable, and that did not prove to be the case at all.
Niall Stanage, always good to see you. See you soon.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.